Start the show. Hello. How are we doing? Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode 90. Rinse and repeat again and again and again. Monday, July 8th, 2024, 10:05 p.m. Central Time Zone. Sorry for starting a little late. Had a little issues inside the home, but now everything's good. My Manic Mondayz, where movies and mental health meet, with your host, CJ Robles. Hey, I'm your host. Let me sit properly. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to my interactive vlog. This is where I talk to whoever wants to talk. This is a mental health open source, open topics. It's a conversation time. Hello. Nobody's out there, so I'm kind of just chilling right now. Last week had a busy 2 weeks, and relaxed this weekend. Had some great shows. God, I saw some great shows this weekend. Great shows. The Green Room had a great show on Friday, and then Fallout did great on Saturday. So we have been having some good stuff down here. So I'm happy to be a part of it, and I'm learning more about myself than I've ever learned in the last 4 years. Pandemic really shook me up real bad. I don't know who the hell I was before that. But now I have definitely have a firm grip of who I am and what I want to do and who I want to be and all this good stuff, right? So I think a lot of this is also for me to just, I don't know, I've been doing this, episode 90. I've been doing this show since, 2020, 2021-ish? So we're going on at least 3 years, going on 4 years. And it took me a little bit of time to get here. But I think I'm understanding more and more how this works, how the internet works, how YouTube works, how social media works. I'm learning it. Wasn't part of the plan. I didn't know I was gonna be going this route. I did make a route though, a plan that I put myself in a corner. I buried myself that this is the only way I can go. So yeah, so now I'm just hanging out, talking about movies, talking about mental health. Last week, I think it was Davey said do a little bit more mental health about the show. I love suggestions. I love constructive criticism. I love feedback. That got me. I've been slowly throwing stuff out there, about being like scatterbrained and just trying to figure out what the hell's going on with me. Am I going through a midlife crisis? Am I where am I supposed to be? What does it all mean? Why are we all here? I don't know. Just questioning everything. And I just kind of, the stand-up. I did stand-up tonight. I did not bomb. I didn't do the best, but I didn't do the worst for myself. I felt good. I felt in control. I felt better. It had been 2 weeks since I done stand-up. I done 21 weeks in a row. So I got to 21, but we did went on vacation. So that took the time away from me. And when I got back, I was still I wasn't feeling it. So this week I was. Just today, I didn't write my set. I kind of knew what I wanted to say. I go up there, my mind goes blank. I started like, I want to have a conversation. It's weird. I want to do like a podcast on stage or like a streaming show. I want to stream. I want to talk to people. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? What's up with you? It's like I'm ready to do crowd work in a sense. Like, but I need to start working on more jokes. But I like that it's hard for me and challenging to figure out my funny. But I like that I'm still going. I like that this is what I'm going to do. This isn't something. This isn't a phase. This isn't something I. Just one of those things that when first you see me plan it, and then you see me crash and fail at it, and then you just see me do it all the time, and this is what I do. Basketball, it's like I love basketball so much, but as my body gets as I get older, my body gets more beat down. So it does scare me that I don't want to get hurt, or no, I don't want to permanently injure myself, but I still want to go as long as I can for as hard as I can, and where I'm relevant. I don't just want to be out there for my exercise. Maybe it's just a good exercise. I mean, that's where we're at now in my life with basketball in my career. But I do need to get more to filmmaking. I've been writing a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts. um at this point I'm just making excuses, and I like meeting people in the field now, the fields that I'm in, like stand up, improv, movies, animation. I love meeting people like that, but man, everybody's in so many different worlds and learning so many different things, and so many shows are so awesome right now. It's like hard for me to catch up. I just saw a few movies, and I know I've been talking about it's like a month I was supposed to do the video store, but I'm letting everything work its way out because I'm finding more and more stuff about the store that I can do that I'm doing. I'm also doing right now. Like for instance, I did a revamp of the logo now. I think it's a little too cluttered, but I like it in the sense of like if you're just to do like to get rid of the dates. Let me get the episode and the day. But maybe I should get rid of the Monday. I don't know. I want it a little bit more cleaner, but I think this is great. I don't know. I picked the DVD. I picked the VHS. It's a big media. I picked a slate and a basketball. Things that are always on my mind: movies, hardware, the old times, I guess, and then basketball. I've been running again. I didn't go running today, but I'll be up in the morning doing that. Um, as much as I want to just keep doing this, I'm doing it, but I'm just like I understand what I'm supposed to do now, and I've just been cruising it like this because man, I'm I don't know what I'm saying, half the time here when I'm doing this because I'm a little scared and I just don't want to do it full time. But I'm at the point now where I'm ready. Like I put myself in the incubator, and as I look at this, I do see the mental health aspect to this. I see it there. It's a person, just a person. And we got things on our mind, and I'm exhausted a lot. So just trying to show up and press play. I think like it's funny. The little guy I found like resembles me a lot. I didn't even realize that. I think that's funny, But like I said, we're movies and mental health meet. So I like to talk about movies. I like to talk about being open about my mental health. I like talking about things that I guess not just everybody talks just about. I'm learning. I pandemic squeezed this out of me. So this show really got me well, I don't know. I like this. I like doing this. I can see myself doing this forever. So just learning how to get better at it is the key. So even like changes my background from just the side to moving here, I feel looks better. But right now I am watching let's talk about some of the movies or let's talk about the motivational quote, and then we'll go in from there. I'll talk about the store and we'll see where we're at. Cause I'm still adding things to the store. I just got a lot of things going on right now. Oh, I also got to do a hold on. I got to do something. Let's pull these little things out real quick because I need a few little things. Hold on. I know they're here. It's just easy for me just to go this route. And there we go. I found you. Okay, here we go. Here's one. So I got an announcement to make. And we can do that whenever, but I want to get it right now because it'll probably lead into this conversation. And then let's see, I watched some movies. So let's put these movies in here in the queue. So I got one on pause. I got two that I already watched. So let's see how many of these I can put in before it like tells me. Because one I want to talk about that I got to see the podcast that Ty and I are doing, and then I got to tell you what Ty's been up to. That guy's been busy, man. Let's see, is that all of them? Yay! Oh, I got a comment. All right, let's see. All right, cool. Yo, homie, what up? What up, Kevin? Okay, caught me at a good time. I'm on a show. Try to stream back in the morning, but I need that streaming every day. I think that hurt me more than anything. I think that was more of a cry, more of a like check out look what I can do. I can do it. Like I don't know. I was just like bored and stuck, and I was like, but I love that I'm throwing it out there and I'm putting my putting my myself out there on blast, because that's what I need. I need to call myself out more, because I don't know. I could just It's just like I just practice. It's just like I lift weights, and it's like, are you gonna do the bodybuilding competition? No, I'm just working out. That's all I do it for, you know. But it's like, excuse me. But it's like you never know until you test yourself, or maybe you're not working out right, or even at that, I lost my. I gotta grow my Manic Mondayz YouTube page and Facebook page and my CG Robles 2.0 page, and like all the stuff I had for StreamYard that doesn't really do it for me anymore. So I'm only able to get out to X, the video store, and my YouTube, which I think is good though. I don't want to be too far spread out too much, but I do think I need to. Well, maybe I can figure out a way to post stuff on My Manic Mondayz. What's okay, but you know, I have a lot of cool shit, and I want to talk about it because I want to show you how like I use it to motivate me, how I use it to help me just get through my days. You know, life's a struggle, and it's or it can be if you wanted to, or you can learn how to cope with things and learn how to deal with things and learn how to. You know, I'm starting to learn being like a mental health advocate and not kind of completing things. It might be a thing, but aren't really people are not really into that. And I'm trying to like say maybe in 10 years, people will, it still won't probably be a big deal topic or anything, but there'll be a few people like, hey, he's been talking about it forever, and look what he's able to do with it. So that's where I'm at in my life right now. Yeah, you know, like doing stand-up and doing jokes and meeting comedians and learning about myself, and like it's weird. I've never looked so deep into myself like I do now, and not even that deep. I just never did it right, I guess. Or now I'm just like really learning. Like when you do open mics and public speaking, you're talking about yourself. You know, people are gonna take you for your word, regardless what you say is it like robust, or if you make something up, or if it's a lie. Like you gotta, like, I don't know. It's weird. But here we are now. All those public speaking classes I took, all that stuff I did growing up. I know, right? Thank you. I started trying to complain. You know, I try not to complain about shit because it is what it is. Thank you, Kevin. See, the interaction starts coming back more and more. I got some plans. I've been doing strategies, and like if we go, I don't know if I can post my. I did my resume, I guess like my my portfolio, and I think it's awesome. I think it's pretty badass. I don't know if I can put it in here, but I use Canva. So I do have a lot of time to work on stuff. And thank you, Kevin. Yeah, you could be in a worse place. You could always be in a worse place. But if you go to my Canva, I don't know if you can copy and paste that or not, but like I can show you like some pretty cool stuff that I have in my portfolio. But I'm learning how to add to it, how to grow it, how to make it look more professional, because I'm in a time in my life where it's like if you're gonna want a job or grow a business, an online business, is you got to take it serious. And a lot of the stuff I've been doing research, like I like doing research like crazy. I'm definitely a natural like journalist, but all the research I've been doing right now on just comedians and people that when they start taking their life serious, like their career. Cause I take my life serious. Start taking their career serious, and without me knowing, like I think the big thing I want to always emphasize is I was that guy that always beat himself up because he didn't know what he wanted to do with his life, but he lives it, you know? But I think it's more of the people around me. I let them break me, where in the sense it'd be like, oh, you don't have a plan. Oh, like hearing all this like bitter shit I used to hear all the time growing up, just by, you know, people in San Antonio or the border, just being like ugly and stuff. So I was like, I need to do something. And then also getting broken up because, you know, my girlfriend didn't know. I mean, she just could be like, oh, he's just going to be a regular guy or whatever. And I was fine with that, but I guess she wasn't. So it put me down a path. So I'm also like, I never knew what I wanted to do when I wanted to grow up. And I always felt like it was a pressure and it was stress. So at a certain point, I just gave up and said, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to let this beat me up. I'm not going to let this eat me. I'm just going to say it is what it is. I mean, I started saying this when I was like 24, 25 years old. I think maybe, yeah, around that time when I started wanting to clean up. And I was just like, you know what? If I'm only going to make $30,000 a year, $40,000, if this is it, then I'm just going to enjoy it. You know, think about my mom told me those quotes about, if you're going to be the best doctor, you better be the best damn doctor. If you're going to be the best lawyer, you better be the best damn lawyer. If you're going to be a janitor, you better be the best damn janitor. And so I just took it as like, is this the best I'm going to do? Then I'm going to be the best of what I can. And then the things started slowly chipping away off me. And you started learning, started building confidence, started building self-esteem, started building things that I didn't know that I needed as an adult. So that's kind of where I want to kind of get that out there, because that eats you up. And it's a lot of people, even like when you get older, now I'm an adult, and it's like I'm cool where I'm at, but I mean a lot of people that are either supposed to be adults or are adults or whatever, and they're like lost, and they're coming to me and like, what do I do? I go, I don't know. I don't have answers. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But I'm just doing what I enjoy doing. I'm doing what I need to do, and I'm slow. Like, it's just so funny when I figured this out. Because you write about yourself, and it's like, oh, my last name is Robles, which translates to oaks. Oak. It's basically oaks, trees, roots, oak roots, and they take forever, like wine, to mature and make grapes. So that's all it is. It's just taking me time to get where I need to be because I'm a damn oak tree. I am Groot, but it happens. All right. So I did put that in there. All right, cool. So there's my that resume. If you want to check it out, it looks kind of cool now. But I'm adding to it. Maybe been putting a little too much, but I'm gonna let it speak for itself. But I'm learning how to speak multiple platforms and multiple things. So there's been a lot of up and down, a lot of practicing. I've been like, I'm very like surprised, not even surprised, like the way I screenwrite, like the way I'm able to get it out. Like I'm happy that I'm able to do it in the time that I can do it now, because something that I've always wanted to do is be a writer and a screenwriter, and now I am. And it just happens. It doesn't happen overnight. It just feels like it did, but all those are all of the years of just like trying on my own and not being able to figure it out, and then dating girls that were writing, that were teaching me about writing or like talk about writing, and then I just couldn't get it. And then, school really had to help me out a lot, because I just remember like I learned through school. So I always took a bunch of writing classes, creative writing classes, English classes, English composition, world literature. World literature was a big one for me. That one really opened up my eyes. But when you start plugging in, this is the way I always see it. I always see life is like when you graduate high school, it's like they give you like you go into like a building, and there's like a door, and you open the door, and it's like a dorm room, and it's empty, and there's nothing in it. But it's up to you to put things in it and figure to put the stuff on the walls and put the beds and everything. Some people are lucky and privileged, or I don't want to say lucky, but privileged, that they'll have their parents give them hand-me-downs or teach them things that they can learn how to do. Others have to figure it out on their own. And sometimes people look in this room and they look at it, and it looks like a mess, or it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. It doesn't matter. It's like your own room. So that's why I kind of had to learn and tell myself metaphorically. Acorns, mofo, acorns. Los cojones, man. That's right. Gotta have some big ones. You grow them too over time. You don't just show up with big old cojones. Yeah. Uh-oh. I'm getting summoned. Uh-oh. See, this is why I started late, was because I went inside to go use the tinkle, and I went inside to go use the restroom, and I did, and there was a meltdown going on, so I assisted. I took some ricochet, and now I'm being questioned for something. See, I like having fun at home. It's fun. My roommates are pretty cool. Even though I made one of them, or I helped make one. So I'm still, it's like it's fun. But that's what I'm saying. I'm learning how to do more things, and more way beyond more. But I like that I've hung in the pocket a lot, because things are working more in my favor a bit. I'm having fun with just a lot of software now. I've been playing with it a lot, and just going. But shooting, I don't know. I'm just having a little bit of I'm not writer's block, but shooting. I don't like shooting all this media, because I'm out of memory with a lot of stuff. So I have to go through either buy. I'm at the point now where I have to upgrade a new cell phone to get more memory, and I can't believe I maxed out the memory I have already on my old cell phone, but it's an older phone. Or I need to figure out a way to get it where I just come in and plug and play. But I'm having a little assistance nowadays, so that's where I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can do this. Maybe I have to figure out a way to do this. Maybe the more practice I put into this, it'll help out here. The fact of the matter is, I need more content, and if I want to be a content creator, you got to create every day. It's just like I'm trying to do is just plant seeds, acorns, leave breadcrumbs, not necessarily look at me right now, more or less of like I'm just trying to show you where you can go if you apply yourself. It's boring as fuck. It's boring as hell. Um, I don't know how to. I mean, this is the boring guy show. He likes to think. He likes to grow. Like to be. I don't know. I'm an adult now. Well, if I would have done this show 20 years ago, like I was supposed to, I wouldn't have been this adult here. I'd be some artsy fartsy little kid, right? With probably still an addiction and maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I figured it out. But this person that I am now in this universe, I've learned how to do certain things, certain skills. But time just goes by so fast. There's a certain point when I was doing the streaming every day when it got sad because I was like, oh my god, I can predict my days so much. Like week 3, I was already like it's gonna be like week 4 and week 5. I need to change it. So it is like a halt where you're like, oh, I need to hold on to the sides. What's going on? But the vacation was good. Helped me reset. I got burned up real bad, as you can tell. I've always been two colors, two toned. uh, yeah, I'm like my skin's falling off too, so that's kind of weird. I don't really like that. My skin's like apparently I gave myself a sunburn, like I fried my skin. So my face fell off last week. It was just peeling. I went like this and it just all peeled off. Silence of the Lambs. I've basically been doing stand up to warm up my voice for the show. But all right, so okay, let's see. Where do we go? We've been talking for 20 minutes. Got some topics we can talk about. We can talk some movies we can talk about. Let's go with because I also got where did I put that thing? I think you're right there, right? Yeah, I got some. Yeah, there you go. So I got some more. So I do have content to share, but I just haven't figured out how to post it yet or how. But it's just getting quicker. All right, so let's do the announcement of. Oh, we have a message. It's my birthday today. I'm 35. Happy birthday, John Ross! 35 and alive. Whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing for your birthday? What's going on? What do you got planned? Do you what? I love a good birthday. You guys know I love a birthday. Awesome birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! I love birthdays, man. Birthdays are fun. I even have a story about birthdays, but that's how I was 19, and then I was gonna be 20, working at the bank, and I learned a lesson that day. Hell yeah, buddy! There you go, Kev. We got a birthday, man. Birthdays are awesome, and thank you for having existing for another rotation. We will be needing you, all of you. So let's all hang out. That's cool, man. Thank you for sharing that with me. That makes me feel good. Like, hell yeah, dude, I love birthdays. So this was the bit, dude. This was the thing I gave up. You have to give and you got to take. There's a motivational video that I listened to and has at the very end, it has Tom Hardy and he gives a little bit of advice to somebody who's interviewing him. And kind of, I guess they're asking him how you got here. And he just says, you have to take a little bit of yourself off to gain something. You have to cut something off. So I took that as, all right, you got to learn something, So, but you have to forget something. So I said I was told I had to stop partying, and I said, all right, I have a feeling we're gonna have a kid soon, so I will retire from partying like I used to. So I did cut it down a lot, and I said, but on one exception, I will stop partying right now and cut down I had to cut down the drinking. I go, but once the kids around, when the parties come for the birthday parties, they're all mine. I got dibs on them. I throw the parties. I do everything. We're hot 2 of that thing. So now I do throw the parties. So now I love throwing parties. I haven't really got the improvers involved yet. I've been trying to figure out how to get I want to do like a stage production at the house, but it's not really set for that. But I want to do something, get some improv friends, get the kids to get involved, act. It's fun. But yeah, no, that's like where I'm at now, where we're doing bigger things with the birthday. But I love them. I love parties, man. I love birthdays. Birthdays are, I don't know. When I was 19, 20, working at the bank back in my hometown, I got a good dose of reality check, and I was put in a good mood ever since then. And I made sure at that point, from 19 to 20 birthday, I didn't work on a birthday till I was 35, and I had to work because I had a kid at that time, and I didn't plan it ahead of time, so I had to work. So I did work 35th birthday, and I think I worked my 36th birthday. But after that, I stopped doing that again. So now I'm back on a streak again of not working on my birthday. Thank you. Side quest chat. All right, so I just finished watching a movie, and I saw this movie when I was a kid. I loved it. I love too much of adult humor, maybe. I got it. I have an idea of a story of that I like to that I want to write. It's about imagination. I have two of these movies actually that I've kind of manifested or I've seeded in my head. The way I handled a lot of my depression was I would just kind of instead of getting angry or getting mad or just because I'm very direct and forward. So if you're like talking crap to me, I'll just go straight at you. Like not talk crap. I'll just be like, "What's your problem? What's going on? Like, do I really need to talk to you anymore? No, all right, whatever. I'm done with you." That's where I'm at now in life. When I was younger, I used to kind of try to work it out and talk. So I would just kind of like hear people. I'm like, "Dude, this is dumb. You're mad at me for no reason." So then I would just kind of like think of stories or find out ways to avoid certain people or just escape. Even when I was younger too, you had to find escapes. But this one was a really nice. It's playful movie. It's got a few famous actors in it, but I think it's just the idea, the concept. Now I really, as an adult, I really get this movie a lot, and that movie is Drop Dead Fred. Drop Dead Fred, 1991, PG-13, 1 hour, 43 minutes. Comedy, drama, fantasy. A young woman finds her already unstable life rocked by the presence of a rambunctious imaginary friend from childhood. Director, 8 De Jong. Writers, Elizabeth Livingston, Carlos Davis, and Anthony Fingleton. Stars Phoebe Cates, Rick Mayall, and Marsha Mason. It's got a 5.9 on IMDb out of 13,000. I love this movie. No panties. No panties. I think this is a great movie. Carrie Fisher's in it. That's right. I like the performance of the Mickey by Ron Eldard. He's in also like Super 8, Black Hawk's Down. Let's see. Nigel, the husband. But no, I thought this movie was great. I enjoyed it a lot. I think the fact that it's an imagination, it's an escape. This is from 1991. It's a mental health movie. I've always loved it. My brother and I would quote it with one of our cousins all the time. It's just one of those movies, Charlie, oh Charlie, and my dad's name is Charlie, so we just do this shit. Actually, my dad were like, well, hide from Charlie. But we do what do you call it? There's just little scenes in there now. And that scene where let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh, I got comments. Let's see if I can find the scene I want to talk about real quick. Let's see if I can find it in the images because this is a great movie. I want to say, Phoebe Cates' character is amazing. Oh, dude, this is like, and then at the end too, when the ending of the movie, like just like I would love to know how this movie is made. But the end of the movie, like just it's a wholesome ending. But I would let's see. It is Bridget Fonda. Bridget Fonda's in this movie. I was like, I knew she was in this movie. Like it's got in like what's his name? Tim Matheson. Like it's got some pretty good. Oh man, Bridget, I forgot. I was like, I know her. I was like, who is that? Bridget Fonda. But let's see if we can find. There's a scene where, Carrie Fisher. There's a scene where you, I love it. I love that she's like funny in this movie and assertive. She's real chill. But there's a scene in this movie where Drop Dead Fred, where they go to the I guess like a child psychologist, and they go confront the imaginary friend Fred, and I think it's Fred sees the other what do you call it, imagination friends that are hanging out. I found him at the place, but anyways, they're hanging out there, and that inspired me to think of another idea of like, just escape, but with other people, and other imaginations. I cannot find. Oh yeah, I think even the lady that plays the nurses, Cheryl Hawker. Yeah, there's a lot of hot going on. Let me see. I can't find it where they're at the kid's place, but sorry. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Found you. About to give up too. Look at this. I'll get to the comments right now. Hold on, give me a second. Ba-da-da-da-da. This scene right here. So those are other imaginary friends. You know, this movie's been around a long time, so I'm just gonna talk about it. Those are other imaginary friends. So they all get to see each other, but even though, you know, if you have an imaginary friend, you can see yours, but you can't see the other ones. But the imaginary friends can see whatever. But that just this scene right here just really just shows me like these are like kids' imaginations. Like Drop Dead Fred is reasonably dressed like he leads matches. You got Velcro head. You got this other guy with like this like Flash looking guy, and then the dude that kind of looks like Beaker and Robert Downey Jr. combined. Um, you know, it's pretty cool. Like this is a cool. Who are these actors? Tom Bethke, Peter Brittmeyer, Rick Mayall, and Clark Niederjohn. Oh, nice. Respects. I mean, but man, this is like this scene alone really inspired me to kind of like just work on this little idea I've been working on. I love imagination. I think it is one of the key essential things about life. Oh, we also saw movie I need to talk about too. Yes, dude. I like. Okay, yeah, we get it. Princess Leia's hot. Yes, we get that. But then you get this like you get this version of Carrie Fisher. Oh man, she's hot. It's like beautiful, elegant, you know, wise. Yeah, she is missed. But I like the fact that you could like it looks I like I just this movie's like I don't know, it got the right cast. I think the movie's cast perfectly. Sorry, I got just remembered another movie I saw this weekend. We saw the other day. Actually saw yesterday. Cobwebs, Snowface. Snowface, the mega bitch. You know, my mom was stern, but she was never the MB. My mom was never like that with me. Like, it's like she just doesn't know how to show emotion, which is funny for a Latin person. But like to see that portrayal, and you even get it at the end. Like she says, the mother says, "We had a kid that saved the marriage." 2020, I was hanging out with a friend that needed help doing a video thing, which it was kind of weird, whatever. And it was just a conversation. And I talked to my friend, and he was telling me how he had a friend that had a save baby, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" This is like a San Antonio thing, I guess, or a border thing. That their relationship was going bad, so they had a kid to save it, and it got worse. And then they went and had another kid, so had two kids, it even got double worse for them, and they like hate each other. I don't know, it's a bad thing, but got me thinking like, oh, this is that makes sense to me. I just didn't pay attention when I was a kid. Or I just didn't understand it. Maybe it was just hurtful. I didn't want to hear that. But I think the fact that when she says that, like the mother really, like it hurts. That has to hurt. You know, especially like I don't know, mother daughter relationships got to be tougher than a mother son because like I've had to hear these quotes from people like that I appreciate. Tell me like, yo, you're your mother's, you're the firstborn, you're your mother's true best friend, her first love, and it's like you hear that and you're like, oh shit, how come I didn't know that when I was younger? I don't know, the fire that burns in you, it still burns bright in me, but I can hear now, I can see better. Back then, it just was like, whoa, just burn it all. Fred and his friends, yeah. But no, dude, the mega bitch. Yeah, look here, I'll do it. We'll do it like this. Fred and his friends. But yeah, it's a good. I love this movie. Like I loved it as a kid, and now as an adult, I think it's awesome. Like I said, going back and watching movies as an adult, like it really gives me you know, it gives me oh wow, going full circle kind of thing. I like going back and watching movies, but also like it's like movies I haven't seen in a minute, or maybe like this movie stuck in my head a lot. I remember this movie right away. Like even Marv, like Merv, only when his wife's out of town. I knew that. I was like, oh, this is the part where she says this. You know, let's talk about the movie we saw yesterday because it's relevant with mental health, and I think it's a good one to watch. So let's get it back out there. Inside Out 2. I watched that movie yesterday. Took the family to watch this. Oh, cool! Look, it's interactive. The IMDb page is interactive. That's pretty cool. So here are the older one. Here's the ones for the first one. disgust, sadness, joy, anger, and fear. And then the new ones, I didn't really understand this one. Emo, I guess, anxiety, um, envy, and embarrassed. So I'm not ruining the movie. They talk about this. They're there, you know. But learning about this movie. Let me just introduce it real quick. Inside Out 2, 2024, PG, 1 hour 36 minutes. A sequel or animation adventure comedy. A sequel that features Riley entering puberty and experiencing brand new, more complex emotions as a result. As Riley tries to adapt to her teenage years, her old emotions try to adapt to the possibility of being replaced. Director Kelsey Mann, writers Meg Lefave, Dave Holstein, and Kelsey Mann. Stars Amy Poehler, Maya Hawk. Hawk again. It's a Hakataka Monday. If this was on Tuesday, it'd be a Hakataka Tuesday. Kensington Tallman. I even I didn't talk about the Hakataka thing, but I wrote it in my set. God, this is funny. Synchrony, we're all together. Look, so this was I noticed. It was Bill Hader was fear. They switched with Tony Hale. It was Becky Mac as anger. Phyllis Smith still sadness. And then they changed out. Who did they change out? I forgot who. There's a third one they changed out. Kelsey Mann. Wait, that's Leslie Mann is Judd Apatow's. Oh wait, there's no. Oh, that's her. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, I thought that was. I was thinking Leslie Mann. Pouchy. The new character, Pouchy's cute. But no, I think it's great. So Inside Out. We'll talk about this about Inside Out too. I'll say this much. It is a good watch. We're gonna. I don't think I can. Give me a second. Let's find out. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, it's too much. I have too much. Hold on. Let me do one. It's a little thing. Let's erase one little thing here. Yeah, let's do this. I gotta erase one of these. It's gotta go. 1 second, please. Because I want to do this right. But so if I want to do it right, I should have done it earlier. But doing it right is doing it My Manic Mondayz style. All right, Inside Out 2. So I'll give my review on this movie. Not like a true review because it's too new and I want people to watch it. It does follow in the footsteps of the first one, like it said, a good sequel. This is like more for the adult, but like 12. It is for that puberty age. 12, 13, I'd recommend and up. My son's 6. He didn't really get a lot of stuff. He understood it. He thought it was, he understands movies. I've shown him a lot of cinema. But I think he understood it, but he wasn't like, oh, he laughed when he thought some parts are funny. But I think it was more for mom and dad. I think this movie is definitely for the millennials and the Gen Xers blend, and that's Gen Yers. But I'll say I liked it. I thought it was good. If we're gonna do out of 7, I'd totally give it like a 6. I don't know. This is a Disney movie or just Pixar. You know, you always hear them going woke or whatever. I don't think this is woke. I think it's funny. I thought they played it well. Talking about like made up things in your head. I thought they represented them well. I did break a few tears in there. I did shed a few, 2 or 3. But I'll tell you this much: it's gonna make you laugh as an adult, especially if you're like in the mental health field. You'll really appreciate it. So I'd say if you've thought about watching it or you wanted to rent it at home, I'd say give it a shot. If not, just wait till it's on Disney Plus. You'll watch it and you'll like it. But you'll be like, I already paid for it, you know. But I liked it. I thought it was good for a movie night or a midday movie we went to. I thought that was awesome. So that's my Inside Out 2 review. Had a good time with that. I give it a 6 out of 7. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna keep moving on here. Let's get ready to this. Let's do this like if we're doing this at the theater. All right. So now we're gonna go on to another movie I watched recently. It's also within the last 2 or 3 weeks, but I want to talk about it because it kind of segues into the podcast I've been doing. I think the fact that have been lucky and privileged myself to be around certain people and people that are helping me get back together and piece myself back together and pick up the pieces where I left off. And I appreciate a lot of my friends now. 6 is fair. Watch The Couch Trip. Dan Aykroyd and Walter Matthau. Watch The Couch Trip. Hold on. All right. This isn't breaking news. Oh, what we got here? All right. Come on, Kevin. What the dropping some dimes over here. Look at this. Wait, what am I at the right place? No, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. That's what I want to talk about. And I went to the wrong one. Hold on. Sorry, guys. See, I messed up. Wait. Do it on this one. I ruined the surprise. Nah, there was no surprise, but I haven't seen this movie. I have known nothing about this movie. Let's thank you, Kevin. Where are my headphones at? Oh, they're right here. We'll listen to it right now. Dan Aykroyd's always great. Always great. He owned a bar in like Boston, I believe. All right, The Couch Trip, 1988, rated R. 1 hour, 37 minutes in a row. Comedy. A burnt-out shrink needs a temp. A charming escaped convict takes over his practice and radio show. I think I have seen this a long time ago, so yes. Director Michael Ritchie. Writers Ken Cobb, Stephen Kempman, and William Porter. Stars Dan Aykroyd, Walter Matthau, and Charles Gordon. All right, let's listen to this. Probably gonna get. Beverly Hills. Let's see. So if it's been years. All right, let's watch this. We don't get in trouble.
A movie that may actually improve your vocabulary.
I think your advice is a bit too specific. The references to penises and vaginas should be toned down just a smidge.
So I should use alternative terms like dick, wang, purple bulb, midget fireman's helmet, love sausage, and bearded clam?
A movie that will teach you things you never knew about the opposite sex.
Every man has a tiny vagina.
There he is.
Every woman has a tiny penis. Very, very tiny, but it's there.
I don't think so.
A movie that proves you're not the only schizoid maniac on your block.
The buses have been categorized as to particular condition and ailment. Premature ejaculators, non-ejaculators, and retrograde ejaculators on board. Don't let me out of your sight.
A movie that will help you find
Don't let me out of your sight.
I'm not sick. I just need space.
I finally found a place I fit in as well as I do the nut house. Beverly Hills.
So if it's been years, months, days, minutes, or seconds since you've really laughed, we urge you to seek professional help. Dan Aykroyd.
But I don't want to escape with you. I hate you.
Walter Matthau.
I can accept that.
Charles Grodin.
You had sex with one of your patients.
Donna Dixon. The Couch Trip.
Well, he said, balls, asshole, son of a bitch, and finally fuck. We're okay on balls, we're iffy on son of a bitch, and even asshole is somewhat anatomically potentially forgivable. There's no getting around fuck.
Coming soon.
That's in the trailer. That's badass. Thank you for sharing that, Kevin. I kind of remember this kind of movie. Like, that was awesome. Let's get out of here. I don't want to get in trouble for that. Thanks for the share. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So we'll go back to this part where he said 6 is fair. Watch Couch Trip, John Aykroyd. All right. So we got a suggestion. So we're gonna put that in the box. We're gonna put that in the video box. 1 second. Video box is where anybody on this show or any social media I have, and you put, hey, have you seen this movie? Whether I have or haven't, it's like our red box. And this one's actually on free right now. So if you want to watch it with me, we can this month. I'm learning also to watch the movies before the month ends, because you could starting watching a movie like on the Friday, and then the next day is the next month, and it changes, and you kind of get a little bit of it, but then by the next day it's completely gone, and you're like, what happened? So let's see. This is a little suggestion. Movie box. Let me get the new one out. Here we go. Movie suggestion. See me. There we go. Kevin, you getting credit for that? All right. There we go. So we'll find a day to find a time to talk about this, and then so I have a week to watch this movie and have a review for you when I get back. I can only do like 1 or 2 movies a week, right? So we're doing this weekend. I'm doing. I gotta watch Dune, and then part 1, or part 2 and 3, I think is what it's called. Or one. I don't know how the Dune thing works, but I gotta watch the Dune movies. I'm meeting up with Ben, so we're gonna try to do it on Sunday. I'll be out of town, but I'll have my equipment with me. But yeah, that's and you know what, Inside Out too. It's not like it's there's a the sport they use is not a sport that I played growing up. I've always been interested in it, but I never learned it, or I just wasn't around because geographically, just I'm from the heat, and this is like a cold weather sport. But you know, hockey. I'll tell you this much: like, I could take that experience that they talk about with hockey at that age, and I could put and substitute with basketball, and you kind of get the same thing. But as I was going through it as a character, I didn't have an outside sense or an awareness to look at myself. How I was doing, I was just showing up to a ball and then saying what I had to say or doing what I had to do because it was just I was stupid, you know, dumb and having fun. And I think that's why seniors like me. And I think that helped me out a lot because I wasn't scared to talk to seniors. I wasn't scared to hoop up against them. I wasn't scared to I wasn't like. I didn't care if you're a senior. I didn't care if you're supposed to be better than me because you're older than me. Show me you're better than me. It got me because when I was a sophomore and junior, I was like, oh, these younger guys are going to start getting better, so I better even make sure I dominate over them. So, you know, you have that killer mentality. And I'm starting to learn I have a lot of Kobe in me. Just that the way, you know, kind of process things. But I do want to talk about, so I'm going to talk about 2 more movies, and then I'll talk about 1 more event, and then we should be done for the show. So check this out. We're going to talk about another movie that I recently saw, and I just gave it away earlier. But this movie, so this is how it all works out with this one because, you know, we're going to talk about it. The Pizzagate Massacre, original title, Duncan, 2020, 1 hour, 31 minutes. Action, adventure, comedy. A social satire inspired by real-life conspiracy theory known as Pizzagate. An amateur journalist and a far-right militiaman team up to expose the ugly truth behind rumors involving sex cults, a pizza place, and the lizard people. Director John Valley, writer John Valley, stars Tynus Sue, Alexandria Payne, and Lee Eddy, or so Seaux. So, but it's on free right now in Plex. Let's watch the trailer real quick, and you got because this is the kind of the movie where it is like let's watch the trailer and you can get a sense of what the movie is. But I want to talk about it real quick, and I want to do a review on this. So here, let's put my headphones on, and let's talk about John Valley's movie.
I need someone like you to help me with the tactical side.
Here we go. All right, let's do this.
Just doesn't make any sense.
So you think Terry Lee's a fake, but you believe in lizard people?
Of course I believe in lizard people.
Then why is it so hard to believe that they're keeping kids in a basement?
You came marching into a public forum tonight proposing open war against the technologically superior race of ancient
what happened?
reptilian humanoids. Am I right?
We're already at war.
Well, we can't just go down to Austin and waltz into the lizard stronghold, demand to see the children in the basement.
Lizard Illuminati. Toots Pizza out of Austin, Texas.
And yet no one's looking into it. No FBI, no ATF, no one. The government's hiding something.
Hey, I think you should leave your camera behind. It looks suspicious.
If we even live to see this footage, it'll be bigger than you or me.
All right. But I'll have to prove the final cut before it's released to theaters. What's the
Problem?
CJ, yeah, CJR.
I don't know.
Wow, look at that. What coincidence.
I need someone like you to help me with the tactical side.
If something does go wrong in there, you're gonna have to be the one that evacuates. You got the footage.
A pizza delivery service has become the scene of a
Conspiracy theorist
We're
horror.
told that at least 3 employees from Toots Pizza.
And what y'all think it is? I ain't a white nationalist.
Duncan?
I ain't a killer.
These are the times we're living in, people. And if you're not scared, then you're asleep.
That's John Valley right there. A fake news film. DuncanTheMovie.com. So this movie, wow, like, so let's talk about it real quick because my buddy Tywin, who's on Fish Tank right now, he's coming home already. We've been doing Wait That Didn't Kill Me podcast, and yes, I'm still learning how to do podcasting from streaming. I figured out kind of a happy medium right now, but I got to work on it a little bit better. There's certain things I can do to pick up the production a lot more. I'm working on it right now. I'm in the mid, but I'll be moving up like soon, sometime this week. But we had I don't know why I just said all that. We had the director and writer of this movie, John Valley, on the podcast, and this movie got a lot of attention because I guess when we're talking on the podcast about, I guess because it's just kind of like a conspiracy movie, and I guess the alts left and right, they just talked about, I don't know, social media posts. You got to listen to the podcast. It's out. I'm gonna have it out soon. But this movie was shot in Austin and filmed in Austin, everything Austin. And when I was younger, I guess I learned this or was told this. Maybe it's a bad habit that I really just put in my head from maybe learning this from somebody. I was always told that you have to make a movie and write it about LA and New York or maybe even Chicago, but they wouldn't buy it if it was never it wouldn't be made if it was made outside of those cities. So I always was like, all right, let me write these movies. I've been to those cities. I mean, I was just, let me look at old movies, and it was a weird thing. And then when you get to writing, it's always write what you know. And I'm like, well, I don't even know about these cities. I know about my city. And now that Austin's like very big and popular, it's been like this for a minute. And I got to say, it is pretty cool that they did have everything in this movie is Austin based. Everything from just everything. It's shot in Waco and Austin. So I think that's awesome. And it's kind of showing me more or less like, okay, you film here. And I've been doing video in Austin, but when I was thinking about feature film and stuff, to me, I always thought that. But now I'm like, no, I want to show where I'm from and what I know. Let me put this around the United States or maybe international. But I do appreciate Ty for helping me kind of figure out more or less like how the podcasting and filming is working with me. Doing 8 interviews of people busting their ass and making it happen, taking risks. And there I am sitting down very snug and cozy and realizing I'm not taking risks. I'm not pushing myself. I'm not doing that. So that's why I want to be better at these things and get better at things I want to do. And I'd say give it a shot. It's very independent feel, like in a good, like it's got a high production value. Acting's great. They did it great on casting. It is an independent film, so I'm going to say there are no, they don't hold back on anything. So that's what I love about this movie. It's very real, maybe a little too real, but if you get a chance, check out the Pizzagate Massacre. It's we got the politics going around, or the politicians, whatever. It's the election. There you go. I didn't even talk about it. They got that coming around soon, so I know it's be kind of up there. This is also horror. This is more horror than comedy, but it does have a lot of satire in it. So I say give it a shot. Give John Valley's a shot. I'll end up doing a review on that. But let's see. Let's put that in here. Yeah, let's see that. All right. So I got one more movie on the slate. I got one more thing to talk about. 2 more things. All right, let's talk about. I got 3 more things to talk about. And one's could even go into a longer conversation, but because I didn't talk about the quote, I got to talk about it right now. But the next movie I'm watching it right now. I have it on pause. I got 5 minutes into it. Surf Ninja. This will go into why I'm watching this movie. I love this movie. Ernie Reyes Jr., Ernie Reyes Sr. You know what I mean? You got Kino in here from, well, man, he's done a lot of things, but from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. But this is a fun movie. Surf Ninja, 1993, PG, 1 hour, 27 minutes. Action adventure comedy. 2 boys learn from a mysterious warrior that they are the heirs to the throne of Patsusan and set out to overthrow the current monarchy. Director Neil Israel, writer Dan Gordon, stars Ernie Reyes Sr., Rob Schneider, and Ernie Reyes Jr. with Leslie Nielsen and Tone Loc. But I love this movie. It's a fun little action adventure. There's action adventure comedy. It hits all the parts. Rob Schneider hits it great as a comic relief. Leslie Nielsen brings that slapstick that he always brings to everything he does. That, you know, he's like the villain, and you always like watching your heroes when they play villains. He's always playing, you know, Frank Drebin, you know, the Naked Guns movies, and then he's playing a villain in this one. His name is Colombian Tristar. What's his name in this movie? Is it Nice Face? Where are you at, Leslie? He's at the bottom. He's one of those middle credits for some reason. All right, whatever. I don't got time to look for it. All right, do this. Nah, we don't. All the other movies down here at the bottom. Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, and then Three Ninjas Kick Back. All right, oh yeah, I forgot about Knuckle Up. There's ninjas in the 90s, man. We found that stuff out in the suburbs, and we're practicing. All right. So the reason I bring up Three Ninjas is because Ernie Reyes Jr., there's 2 chances I get to meet him. He'll be in Texas 2 weeks at Greater Austin Comic Con, and that's going to be out like in Cedar Park area. And then he'll be at in October 11th at the big Texas Comic Con. And I don't have anything double slated for Greater Austin, so I'll be definitely trying to hit that up at least one of the days, Saturday or Sunday. Try to make both, but it's hard. But it costs money every time you go too. But for big Texas Comic Con, I have a few things on that weekend, so I'm trying to make that one. But if I can't get out, I'll try to get Ernie. I think they're going to be actually at Bell County Comic Con as well. But I got something. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. But you know, seeing him in The Last Dragon when he plays the kid that can do all the moves, and then you know, the Ninja Turtles Part 2, Secret of the Ooze, he plays Kino, and then now in this one is Surf Ninja. So he's so progressive in how he's been able to like make movies and be in parts. Even when he comes back in The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott and Rosario Dawson and Christopher Walken, even in that movie, he shines in that movie. He plays a cool. He's all like older, but he's badass. You know, he's all ripped and kicked ass. But you know, it's really cool to like get to like meet people that grew up in the movies you love growing up. And I'm watching these movies. I'm like, Rob Schneider. I really want to write Deuce Bigelow 3. It's a fan film. That'd be awesome. Got some premise, got some ideas, but nothing's too serious. But Deuce Bigelow 3 would be so awesome. And that's because I love movies. So I was talking about Greater Austin Comic Con. Haven't purchased my tickets yet, but I'll be getting them soon. Or hopefully, I haven't got it yet because it's close to the date, but I'm not too sure. I'm 100% sure I can make it. So we got to make sure, right? But we got Weird Al Yankovic. He's going to be there at the Greater Austin Comic Con. And who else to keep Austin weird than Weird Al, right? To talk about weird things. People that were a little nerdy in high school would look up to me and know it gets better. So I picked 3 photos. There was one from when I was high school, one from like, I guess his mid-20s, and one from like now, right? It's like older 50s. And gotta say, man, always been a fan of Weird Al. Always enjoyed his material. Really kicking myself in the butt a couple years ago when he was doing that. He was doing a little tour, and I should have gone, and I wanted to go, but I didn't. I knew that there was a meet and greet that wasn't even that expensive, and I just didn't do it. I was like, I don't know. I love him, but it's gonna be exhausting. I had a lot of things planned, but I wish I would have done it. But that's neither here or there. So I like that quote that you know, people that were a little nerdy in high school would look up to me and know it gets better. I wasn't like super nerdy, I was just like a geek, you know. I wasn't like a super like, I'm like who I am now, right? You know, but see me as a nerd. But it looks, but yeah, you want to look in the future and know that you can still do it, and there's someone doing it. It motivates you to keep doing it. You don't know where your beginning is going to be or where how it finishes or whatnot, but you just want to always have the motivation that you stick in there and hang in there and keep doing what you want to do and keep learning out. And that's what you do. It's evolution. You have evolved. This is the part you're catching in my life where I'm learning how to use my voice and learning how to communicate and learning how to learn more better. People learn from movies by making them, and people learn from art by making it. So this is my kind of medium world I'm bringing everybody in. But yeah, no, I appreciate Weird Al. Love his comedy, love his movies. It was at UFH. Love that movie. And that's a good movie. It's like a variety movie. I would like to do one of those too. That'd be great. But I think it's cool to really have someone to kind of look up to, in the sense of like, it doesn't matter if you agree with them on their, if you enjoy their entertainment or not, but the fact that they're still doing it is enough respect. So now that leads me to something else now to finish the show. I do have a show coming up July 23rd at Fallout Theater at 7 p.m. Electronico Fantastico 3. We got the 3rd installment coming in. I got approved again. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing them. Let's have some fun. CJ Robles presents Electronico Fantastico 3. Video sketch, stand-up, improv, comedy. Saturday, July 27th, 7 p.m. It says somewhere there, Fallout Theater. Comedians performing: Holly Hart, and Clayton Madeira, and that's at Holly Hart ATX and at Clayton's Comedy. Going to be at Lavaca, 616 Lavaca Street, Austin, Texas. It's downtown. It's going to be tickets at Fallout Comedy or at Fallout Comedy ATX. So get some tickets. They're on Eventbrite. But Electronico Fantastico 3 is going to be going down. We're going to have a good time. I'm looking forward to this one. The comedians are great already, so I already know it's starting off hot. And then I got to get my improv troupe. Got to get them rallied up. 2 of them aren't going to be able to make it, so I got to find the fillers. But I've been enjoying doing these shows. Basically, I was learning to I was working at the theater just to get better at writing, getting better to be around actors, getting ready to film more stuff. But I had no idea I was going to put on live shows. I had no idea I was going to be doing stand-up. That was not part of the plan. That was not part of the initial plan. The plan was just to take it in, and I took it as an intern. I didn't mean to try to really fall in love with it. I didn't really mean to open up to it. I didn't really mean, but it happens, and that's why you don't really make a plan, but you do, because you got to make goals and whatnot. But man, I really enjoyed this path I've got here. I've carved for myself. But I gotta get better, and I can get the basic layer. Now it's really, I want people to come back. I want people to have a good time. I want to help people kind of escape for a little bit and then go back to where you have to go. But while we're escaped, let's all hang out together. Let's have a good time. Let's have some fun. And that's what the whole show's about fun. That's what I'm finding out. I have a lot of hurt, and I'm talking about it to the show, and I don't want to do that. So I'm doing that here on this show, and for mental health purposes, Like I talked about in the beginning of the show, there were certain things I do, but this is something I like doing. I like sitting down, writing down the ideas, working with other people, getting it going for one night. This is a form of mental health I like doing. The stand-up's another form, writing. So I'm learning how to write. A lot of the stuff I have some PTSD for, and there's some past traumas that I'm working through, always going to be working through. But, I want my art to be pure, or if I'm feeling a certain mood, then yeah, that's the way I'm feeling. But, I want to be, at least, I don't want to be all influenced by an old trauma, or an old memory that doesn't exist anymore. I want to stay in the times and just work with what I'm working with. I don't know what that means. I'm just talking at this point. But thank you for coming by today to My Manic Mondayz. I'm just been using movies that inspired me, because I'm gonna open the store. I mean, the store's open. I just haven't posted anything yet. I put June 1st on that. We're already past July 1st. We'll go when we gotta go. You'll see it on social media when I start talking about it again. But I, from that store, I was able to rewatch Freddy Got Fingered, and that one just really kind of got me, hit me in the nerves. In the feels, because I was like, all right, I get what's going on here. I understand what the character's trying to do. Even watching this one and growing up and playing in imagination, all these movies all connect, mental health wise. And this one's cool because this is a satire, and this is somebody that I've interviewed and starting to get to know, and I really appreciate them taking the time to talk about their movie, and it's a great watch. And then it leads me back to nostalgia. So the reason I really want to watch that, because I know that the Reyes has made that movie, so I want to know what they were doing to get there. So I have questions to interview. I have questions to ask. If I can maybe interview, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm getting ready to shut it down. We have. Don't forget to like and subscribe to CG Robles 2.0. I don't really have the show enough followers for this to work on the streaming service I have. At the same time, man, I'm starting to look at all the stuff I'm using financially to support the shows, and I'm spending a little bit too much on Excess, so I'm going to start cutting back a little bit, and StreamYard might get cut. We'll see. But there it is. That's me right there. I like the little guy. But thank you for coming by tonight. Next week, we'll have a talk about. We're going to lead up to this month to Electronico Fantastico, and then we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the shows I've done, because I recorded on Friday at the Green Room, so I need to get some edits out. I still got Wait, That Didn't Kill You. That Didn't Kill Me podcast. Shows I still got about 2. I got to catch up with. We got to talk about Ty. I got to interview him he was on Fish Tank. That was a whole experience. So hopefully I can learn from him, and we can bring back some of that experience he learned from there. We can put in the video store, because he's part of it. And yeah. Anything else? Any questions? Anybody? I'm gonna finish watching this movie. Gonna go to bed in a little bit. I want to watch a little bit of this movie. Get ready to go to bed, but get ready to take on tomorrow. This gauntlet that I got myself in, I can barely breathe on like Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, but come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I am busy, like just working, and I want to break the cycle. So this is where I'm learning to find other things, because man, I don't have any energy on those days. Too much working and fun, so we'll see. But all right, everybody, peace. Enough of the pity patty.